So a quick video on the overview and kind of bare bones and very basic of signing into Concur, changing your password, and then editing your profile. So you'll receive an email either from Concur or from us with a login ID, which is usually just an email address for your username, and temporary password that when you log in with, you will go in and change. So I'm going to show you how that looks and how you do that now. Go to concursions.com, and that login information that we gave you, I'm going to use just a generic login name and password. So you will enter in the credentials that we gave you. You'll sign in, and the first thing I recommend doing is changing your profile. So you'll click on the Profile tab here. You'll click File Settings, and you'll Change Password tab up at the top. That's the third from the left. Type in the old password or that temporary password that we gave you, and you'll begin to type in your new password, something familiar, something you'll remember every time you need to log in. You'll re-enter it, and then put in a password hint. It is mandatory. So if you don't want to actually put a hint, you just have to type, maybe a few numbers, or if you want to put a hint, you can do that. Hit submit. I'm not going to change my password, but if you were going to change your password, you would click submit. You're then ready to start editing your profile. So you'll click on this personal information tab here. Start to see things out. Anything that has an orange required prompt obviously is required, but what that means is your profile will not save unless you've filled this out. Anything else that doesn't have a required prompt, it's okay to leave blank. You can still save, but anything with required, you have to fill out to save your profile. So by filling in your first name, middle name if you have one. If not, you can click no middle name, and then your last name. If you want to kind of hover over this, it says that it's not available. That means that is filled out on the administrative side, not yours. The traveler can't fill these things out, but if they have these credentials, they will need to be sent to either us or an administrator can fill them out as well. Then you have anything that's left. So work address, home address if you'd like. And as you see, work phone and home phone, at least one of them was required. You can fill out both if you like. Your email address. So one will already be in the system because that's what we use to set up your login information. But if you'd like to add another, you can click the Add Email Address here, and then click Yes or No if you'd like to be notified of travel notifications. You'll click OK. And then moving on, you can fill in emergency contact information if you'd like. And then and travel preferences. This is where Concur is great. It will build your travel itinerary and give you options for travel based on your travel preferences. So it is important that if you have preferences to fill these out because Concur will cater to them. So if you've got any eligible discounts, if you have preferences on when you fly, whether you want to sit at an aisle seat, window seat, middle seat, forward or back of the plane, exit row. If you have a preferred departure airport you always tend to fly from, you put that in. Again, these aren't necessarily things you have to do or that you have to adhere to, but if you have preferences, it is nice to select them. And same thing with hotel and car. You can enter them in there. If you have frequent flyer programs or frequent traveler programs, you can enter those in by clicking the Add Program, and they'll show up here, whether a flight, car, hotel. And then moving on, you see here that we need a gender and we need a date of birth to save the profile. And then if you have a TSA pre-check number or a known traveler number, enter those in. If you'd like passport and visa information, you are more than welcome to. And this is kind of cool. This you can assign travel assistants or arrangers. So if you have an admin or an assistant that you'd like to be able to book your travel, you can add them here by clicking on this box. And then for them to be able to book your travel for you, they have to have a profile in Concur as well. So that will require them also, getting a login ID and password, putting their name in the system, and then you are then able to type their name in here, Pick then click this Book Travel For Me box and click Save. They then will be able to have the permissions to book travel for you on your behalf. And not least, we have the credit card form or form of payment. You will click the Add a Credit Card button here, fill out this very simple and very normal credit card billing address and information here. And if you have local cards, you can use them for different things. So plane tickets for one, rail, car for each different card if you'd like. You'll click Save, and the card will then show up down here as your preferred method of payment. Once you fill out everything that is required, you can hit Save, and everything is right and everything's required is filled in. It will process, and you will see a green box up here towards the top that says Profile Saved. Once you have that OK, that green box, that means you are good to go and you can now start booking travel. So that's basically it for the changing password and the profile section. There will be a second video on the actual booking of the travel portion, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is all that you really need to know for changing your password and filling out and completing your profile.